From the Detroit Free Press, it's Wednesday, March 24th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Eric D. Lawrence. One down and one to go. I went to Ford Field in Detroit this week to get the first of my COVID-19 vaccine shots. The site is hosting a mass vaccination clinic, and I went on Tuesday after I became eligible. I registered online and received an invitation to schedule an appointment via text. I was brought in during the clinic's soft opening before the site was to open fully on Wednesday. It took less than half an hour from the time I arrived at the Gem Theater garage, where parking was free, until I walked out the door at Ford Field after getting my shot. That included 15 minutes of observation time sitting in a chair to watch for any potential adverse reactions. The process was easy, the shot was free, and now I'm looking forward to being fully vaccinated in a matter of weeks. I received the Pfizer shot, and in the hours afterward, I didn't experience any real side effects. I could feel a minor poke when the needle went in my upper left arm and some mild soreness for a short time immediately afterward. I don't know how I'll feel after my second shot, but I'm ready to get it done. To register like I did, go to clinic.meyer.com/register/CL2021.
Reporting for the Detroit Free Press, I'm Mariam Marini. A resident of Cass Community Social Services' Tiny Home program is being evicted from her home after failing to comply with program standards. The Tiny Home project was founded in 2016 as a path to home ownership for low-income residents. It allows tenants to rent their home for $1 per square foot, and homes range between 250 to 450 square feet. When Tara Brown moved into her home in January 2020, she was swimming in about $13,000 of debt. She was unable to get a credit card, and she was living with stage 5 kidney disease. Through her year of living in the community, Brown said that she has noticed the program director, Reverend Faith Fowler, show residents preferential treatment. She's noticed overly involved security guards and tourists getting way too close to residents' homes. Tenants agree to 1-year leases that are renewable as long as they stay in good standing. But to stay in good standing, residents must attend monthly meetings with neighbors, meet with financial advisors, and log 8 hours of volunteer service a month. The program targets formerly incarcerated or homeless people, senior citizens, and youth that have aged out of the foster care system. Fowler said Brown was served a notice to quit in February because residents and neighborhood security guards noticed she's rarely in the home. This goes against the intent of the program because it explicitly aims to provide housing to those who would traditionally not qualify. Fowler said, "It's been frustrating. I don't think we've denied her any services or treated her any differently per se. For us, this is a failure. This is not something we're excited about. This ruins our perfect record of finding people who would really benefit from this chance." However, Brown says when she isn't at the home, she's either at relatives or watching her son at his father's house when he works night shifts. She believes the eviction is retaliatory in nature, which, if proven in court, could get it dismissed and she'd be able to stay in the home. In December, Fowler introduced a new rule for residents that their tiny home must be their primary residence, which troubled Brown as she often stays with relatives. While the rule was never made at the beginning of the program or at the beginning of Brown's lease, the program is intended for those who don't have houses, and it was instituted because it became clear that a resident wasn't spending a single night at the house, Fowler said. Neighbors and security guards agree that Brown is rarely home and instead makes quick stops at the house throughout the week. Despite this, Brown says she's going to stay at the house until a bailiff comes to escort her. For more on Brown's story, visit thefreep.com.
I'm Sue Solaski, Detroit Free Press food writer. The Waterfront Wyandotte restaurant in Wyandotte is the home of a third location to board one of Aloha Tiki Tours' Tiki boats. The Tiki boat will cruise the Detroit River from the restaurant. The Tiki boats are floating platforms powered by a 30-horsepower outboard motor. They have a Polynesian-themed tiki bar in the center with a tiki-style thatched roof. One tiki boat will be available to book, and another is planned. The tour travels north, upriver for the first part, and then south back to the restaurant. Tours are 2 hours, and you bring your own food and drink. It's $275 for Monday through Thursday tours and $300 Friday through Sunday. The Tiki boats also operate out of Blossom Heath Park and Pier in St. Clair Shores and Riverside Marina in Detroit. Tours are booking now for all 3 locations and start May 22nd. The waterfront Wyandotte is located on the Detroit River on Biddle Avenue at the north end of Wyandotte.
I'm Andrew Hammond for the Free Press Sports Department. They say the first time is always the sweetest. At least that's what they say. In the case of the Michigan women's basketball team, I think they would agree. For the first time in school history, the Wolverines are headed to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA women's tournament after their 70-55 victory over the Tennessee Volunteers on Tuesday. After 9 trips to the NCAA tournament, the Wolverines are going to be in the second weekend, joining the men's team who did so on Monday night. 3 Wolverines scored in double figures, led by Leah Brown's 23 points, including a perfect 11 for 11 from the free throw line. Big Ten Player of the Year Naz Hillman put together a 19-point, 15-rebound double-double. Rounding out the scoring trio was Haley Brown, who knocked down 4 three-pointers and scored 14 points. Next up for the Wolverines is top-seeded Baylor from the Riverwalk region. That game is scheduled for March 27th. A game time has not been set.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out Freep.com. That's Freep.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to Freep.com/special offer.